This has a office type feel to it. It has the tile flooring, paneling, and this, don't know the name of this material here. It's like a beveled surface. They usually put it on with like sheets of it, and this is what hides the joint. So this place gives off more of a vibe of the one location we did, the abandoned church house. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it up now in the top right corner of the screen. And also down in the description, I'll leave the link, but this does have a similar vibe with lots of bedrooms and not really a homey vibe to it. It has more of a commercial vibe to it. Bedroom number 2. Yeah, this is has some very thin, like office type carpet. Do you know the name of this wall, this stuff?
They use that in bathrooms, don't they?
Yeah, it's like a beveled surface. I don't know the name of it though. But it's supposed to like help not absorb moisture. It's supposed to just bead down it. I'm sure somebody could tell me in the comment section. But again, these are for the most part in shape, I mean good shape. Aside for some stripping of materials like the wiring, obviously all the furniture's gone, but you know, carpet's not tore up, no holes in the walls, at least not many, and no graffiti, so it's rare to find them in these conditions. It'd be nice if they had the items left behind, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's see here. Sink is still here, but someone sawed off the spout. They used piping as the curtain rod. Oh, this is a nice room. Look at that ceiling and the fan, track lighting. I'll have to get a couple pictures of that. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. There's obviously some vandalism here, but for the most part, it's minimalized. It's only in certain areas. Look at that. Now, if this doesn't resemble a ski chalet or something out of Aspen, I don't know what does, especially with the snowy background. That looks awesome. I'm surprised there's not a fireplace in here. This is actually larger than I thought too. It keeps going.
They do have sprinklers.
Yeah, sprinkler system. This is a gorgeous room. And I like the light fixtures up here with the shades. They almost remind me of, there was a restaurant that used to be around, Mark II restaurant, and they had lighting just like that over the booths. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, so here's a little side entrance. Look at here, all visitors must sign in.
That's the worst.
Okay, we got some closets here. Alexi G, Shannon B, B Fisher. Some pretty thick doors too, heavy duty doors. And bedroom number 1, which had some type of mechanism here on the outside. I don't know what that's for. It's got the smoke detectors, some cheap light fixtures, and built-in plywood planks for closet shelves. So what do you guys think of this place so far? Pretty amazing, huh? I gotta say, for Mike doing his homework on Google Maps, he strikes again because this place is pretty incredible. I thought maybe these houses we wouldn't be able to get into, or maybe there wasn't as many up here, but I think there's what, about a half dozen houses up here?
All that, yeah.
Yeah, then the playground equipment, the pool. I mean, just this place that we're in right now is pretty spectacular with these high A-frame ceilings and roofs, and this is probably the best of all the houses so far. It's the largest and pretty amazing. I don't know, again, if it was living quarters for the kids or if it's more for staff, but either way, definitely awesome in my book. Okay, so let's finish off this building. We got this little hallway here. This looks like a utility room washer dryer. Yeah, they had 2 dryers and 2 washers. This one's marked bedroom number 1 again, so it's kind of split with the 2 wings. So it's like the common area there with the kitchen, the living rooms. The bedrooms are up there 1 through 3, and down here, more bedrooms. So I don't know if this house is split up half boys, half girls, or half camping staff and half campers. That I'm not sure about. It's a nice outdoor deck. Sorry about the wind, it's very windy out. Yeah, somebody has been doing some damage in this part of the house. Okay, so I retract my previous statement. Up until this point, it wasn't that bad, but people definitely went kind of crazy destroying it. Operation instructions, Delaware fire alarm system. Wow.
That's a big house over
Yeah, you see that?
there. Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, I don't even think we saw that walking in. That's a different one. And there's one far in the back over there too. Yeah, that one we'll be checking out next. Maybe, I don't know. We'll definitely get to it though. Yeah, so as you can see up through the glass there, there's another building up there. It looks like it's stripped for the most part, but we'll take a peek at it, but definitely more focus on that one there. That's a pretty large home. Okay, so the last section to check is just a little sunroom here off from the dining room.
I look over here and creak really loud, so.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think there was a generator out there. I'll have to check that out. So it's a nice little sun porch. Definitely has a type of nursing home vibe to it. It has ramps here, which would have been wheelchair accessible. So this one is a little more puzzling because it's on the same grounds here as the camp, but it has some signing and the setup is more for an elderly type of care center. So we'll leave it up to your own speculation. You can decide for yourself. But that's it for this location. We're gonna head back outside and move on to the next one. And here's one look from the outside. Oh, yeah, before we move on, we'll check the generator, but this is the outside look of it. Yeah, so here we go, minus the wind. I apologize about that, but it's like a large diesel engine. And we got the exhaust pipe coming up. Looks like it would have had some type of something looks like maybe it would have been connected there. Yeah, I guess the electrical. It's pretty cool though. This is Perkins, England. Serial number. If you guys have any sense of what that is, or maybe a date on this or how large the engine is, comment below. Yeah, still oil on it. It's pretty neat. So I don't know, I'm guessing this would just power this building alone. I don't think it's for the whole area, but it's pretty massive just for one location here, this one house. Okay, so here's the next house. From a distance it looked like it was stripped, but it's just the type of wood on the outside and the color of it. I thought it was stripped down to the inside, but I was mistaken. Again, nice full covered deck, front porch. Roof is starting to rot, and got a type of outhouse structure. You can see you got a closing gate here. I do love these front porches here, these decks. It's a nice setting to sit back and enjoy the wildlife. Okay, yep. So right in the doorway here, we got a very wet floor, most likely very weak. This is set up just like the other house that we saw earlier. Nothing inside of it. It's not worth going any further, so this is your inside look at it. You can imagine the rest. So
You don't feel comfortable? Don't do it.
yeah, you gotta trust your instincts. As I mentioned before, I fell through a floor more than once, and I try my best to avoid it. So we'll leave this be. I know this is already probably a long video. I didn't think there was going to be as much here. And I've said that before in other videos, but honestly, when you look at Google Maps, you can't really judge exactly what is up here or how much of it. So this place just keeps giving us surprise after surprise. So this may or may not be a two-part video. I know some of you out there like the longer videos. So you don't know when you're watching this if it's part one or part two, but still more to go. And we're gonna wrap up the video showing where the bridge is washed away. And we're kind of isolated here. I was telling Mike there's actually absolutely no fear of anyone driving up upon us or coming here and finding us, because there's only one way in, one way out, and the bridge is washed away. So unless they set up a ramp and jump it like Evel Knievel, no one's gonna find us here. So this is one of the more cooler locations where we don't have to worry about speeding up and hurrying and trying to worry about getting caught. So what it lacks in physical items left behind, it makes up for it in other ways. Okay, a quick update. As you saw earlier in the one house we went to, there was a skeleton remains on the ground. I was assuming it was a fox. I texted my friend Robin, who collects that type of stuff. She said it was she called it a trash panda, also known as a raccoon. So thank you, Robin, for identifying that. She wanted me to bring it back with us, but I don't think she wants to pay the transportation fee, so we're gonna leave it here. But in case you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I'll put up a little screenshot of that right now showing the skeletal remains. But she said it's definitely a raccoon, so we're able to identify that. And now we're gonna check this place out. So let's get inside and see how it looks.
Red beacon.
Yeah, it's got a red rotating light on the outside of it there. I mentioned to Mike too, none of these properties are posted. So there's no sign saying keep out, private property, anything like that. They're just sitting here in the middle of the woods. Let's see if we get in that way. It's very thorny, the brush around here. We've gotten picked several times. And people wonder sometimes how we get in these locations. Well, you just clearly saw each one of these places, the doors open. This one's a bit more beat up. But yeah, very similar design. I don't know what that is. Something dead.
Maybe a dragonfly or something?
Yeah, maybe. It looked like, I thought it was one of those little helicopters that come off the tree, but it's actually an insect. Booby traps. Does this spin? Yeah, it does. Minus that one. Oh,
Like it broke it.
I'll have to leave them in IOU. Yeah, I wanted to show it spins, but all these blades are, I don't know why they're down like that.
The kids probably were hanging on them.
We've got some little trim going around the top, wallpaper trim.
So they must have been lines on all these. They're all drilled.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, there's a tumbler there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna spend too much time here. These are mostly empty rooms, but I'll just give you a quick look at the layout. Something smells dead, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's even worse over here. Something's rotting. Another pretty empty room. Please keep door closed, cold air coming in. Well, I can see why there's cold air coming in. Got two holes right here. And somebody pulled the fire alarm. Pretty big water heater. And let's see, there's some dates up here. Okay. Looks like Chet inspected this in 2006. Looks like September was the last date. So that's definitely helpful. So 12 years we're looking at these places sitting vacant and abandoned.
Good, chunky.
Kind of disappointed from the outside. This place looked more impressive. And inside it's actually in worse shape. That's an old light fan fixture. That's probably original. And those of you again not wanting to see any toilet checks, turn away now. That one's kind of nasty with some liquid inside of it, so. And there we are. Oh, look at that trim. That's at Pocahontas.
Yeah. Security box.
Look at that. We even got some vines trying to make their way inside to escape the cold. All right, hang on a second. Here, I picked a flower for you.
Oh, thank you. Bunch of lights.
Make sure you treasure it. There must be some type of alarm system that would go off if maybe somebody hit the panic button or something. There's Some more stickers. What are these? Lava Girl. Jesus. Trying to give me more gray hairs or what? I gotta tell you, this guy is either trying to scare me or startle me or something. He's got something against me. I don't know what it is, but definitely keeps me on my toes. One thing I want to pass along too is that we don't have a date as to when this camp, so to speak, opened. Don't even have a name for the camp. All we found was the camp calendar and the camp employee listing from the camp director on down. So hopefully we can find some more information about this. If I'm able to find any dates, I will share them with you. Otherwise, my guess, based on the way these houses are set up with the paneling and stuff, I want to say they were built 60s or 70s, maybe earlier. It could have been updated with paneling. I know there's a lot of knowledgeable people out there when it comes to architecture. So if you do have information based on what you've seen here, based on the dates these houses were built, definitely comment down below. But we do know that this operated up until 2006, so we at least have part of the missing pieces falling in place. But right here I want to show you is a pretty cool light switch. It's turn the light on, a barn. So these are definitely kids' rooms. Got some, these are painted on. Somebody did a pretty good job with these. Yeah, I mean, look at this thing. This is pretty, I don't know how to describe it, pretty heavy duty looking. Any of you electricians out there know what this would be used for, let me know. I mean, it's a traditional breaker box right there, but this is some much more industrial, heavy duty stuff. 2001 simplex sprinkler system. Telephone dialer. So everything's stripped. Oh, look at this little recording tape in here.
Huh.
Geez, I wonder if there's any phone calls on that. That'd be pretty neat to play. I don't know how you'd play that though. You need a special device to play that, but that's a recorder reel. Because I don't know if they're recording phone calls. It's pretty weird. This is probably the best room, although the view's obstructed now with that. I don't know if that's a lilac bush or what it is. We'll head back outside and move on to the next one. These are nice looking houses though, but the way they're set up is two different wings. Bedrooms here, bedrooms there. Let's head inside. Okay, we're inside now. This one's a little more fancier.
My stomach.
Okay. This is some nice wood here. This one's pretty much intact, at least in this area. Fans are still hanging properly, and they have the light covers. I do love the woodwork though. Gives it a very cozy and rustic feel to it. These definitely resemble like ski lodges to me, like ski chalets. Oh, look at that. I found your decay.
There it is. That's a shame.
So we got some roof rot that's spilling down into the kitchen area here. So this is definitely rapidly going to decline faster than the other buildings. Definitely makes for some cool imagery though, because it's just really not something you see unless you come to a location like this. So sad but cool at the same time. Oh, look at these. Somebody painted some like holiday scenes on the window. These are really beautiful. So it looks like they got some stickers and like created a little backdrop for them. Those are actually, I think those are leaves. I don't know, they might be leaves or paper, I'm not sure, but they look like makeshift trees. They got the house there, and a snowy background, and a bear family. That's really nice. Just over here we got some, I forget the name of that. Basically you get these, not stencils, but almost like a stamp. You would get it, dip it in the paint, and then press it on here. I hate when I draw a blank like that. Now standing right here, you really get a good idea of how big this room is. Got 3 ceiling fans, and it just looks like it's not complete unless there's a fireplace in the corner. I don't know why there's not. Still a beautiful area to sit back and relax and watch like a snowfall outside. This is definitely my favorite house out of all of them, though. It's the woodwork in here, the carpeting. I mean, it just has a nice homey feel to it, you know. Pretty nice tiled bathroom. This looks like a handicapped bathroom. It's got the high elevated sinks so the wheelchair can roll up underneath it. There's a shower here. This definitely resembles a handicapped bathroom. It's got where the railings were on the shower walls. So it's very, very odd. Like, some of these rooms in houses look like they're for kids. Others look like they're for like an old folks home. What's that? 12, 15, 8. Maybe 2008. And there's more of those sayings again. Because that's an air freshener. Nice little blue tub. Of course, somebody ripped the plumbing out of it. So this one's the farthest one away from everything else, so it's no surprise that scrappers came here and took what they could. This is behind the tub. You can see there's a basement down there. Ripped all the wiring out of there. Just don't understand it. I mean, no reason to steal that stuff unless you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. I'm not going to assume anything because I'll get crucified for it, but I think you could tell what direction I'm leading in. This is the first one that actually has closet doors. Yeah, if this is a place you would like to live, or could imagine yourself sitting here, relaxing in front of a fireplace, comment below, let me know. And I'd just like to say too, while you're watching our adventure today, scroll down and give this video a thumbs up. It's free and only takes a second. Well, that's an older bathroom. Look at that sink. It's like a seashell design. The toilet looks pretty old. Let's check that out. Now, just to show here, it says Alger, made in USA, but I can't find a date. I don't know why there's no dates on these older ones, but maybe you could tell by looking at it. I want to say maybe 60s. 70s. I want to make sure I'm not missing it anywhere. It just has a 46 stamped on it. But while we're here, we'll do another toilet check, so if you don't want to see it, turn away now. It's clean with a little bit of liquid in it, so it's like somebody may have went number 1 in there. There's a little stand-up shower. I do like this classic blue design though. gives off a nice vintage feel to it. Okay, let's see, where am I at here? What's that, kitchen?
Kitchen, yeah.
Just take a quick peek in there. So there's the kitchen, nothing too exciting about this. It's got some recessed lighting, sinks removed, and some insulation laying around, so nothing else worth showing in there. It's a heavy door. This has some laminate flooring. What's that? 2668. Maybe is that February 6, 1968?
It sounds like it would be.
If you have a closer look, see if that's the stamp right there, the date stamp. Yeah, looks like February 6th, 68. But I don't know if that's a date or not, or a serial number, but it says Alger, made in USA. So I did initially say, I think 60s or 70s, so that maybe
That's
is
what
correct.
it does, yeah. I was gonna say, that's where it does look, you know, old.
We'll do the toilet check. A little bit of liquid in there, but for the most part clean. Every one of them has like a little pool of water in the bottom. Same thing, identical. Nice windows. Got some names. Let's see, another calendar date here. Chet. Well, Chet's a popular guy. This one was last checked August 8th, 2006. And all these little shelves have names on them. It must be like their little personal, like, locker space, so to speak, when they're working here. Oh, there's another one of those barn. You see that?
Yeah, I saw it in the, one of the rooms right
I like
there.
how it has hay coming out of it, hay loft. Little spots of mold here and there, but overall not too bad. It's fairly intact. Just that one spot by the kitchen where the A-frame roof kind of meets with the other one. Horn. Okay, I think that's it for this house. We'll head outside, take a quick look around the outside, make sure we're not missing anything else. Then we'll go back towards the entrance where the bridge is washed away. After we find out how to get out of here. And then we'll wrap up the video there. Okay, yeah, so we double checked outside here. This is the very last house on the property. Yeah, it was my personal favorite. Yeah, actually, yeah, Mike spotted this has some cellar doors. So since we're here, we'll check it out. It's probably gonna be the same as the other one. So instead of having to walk up to that one again, we'll just check it while we're here. But after this, we'll be heading back towards the entrance part. And that'll be it. So not too much longer left of this video. Jesus, not even any steps. Well, I'm not hopping down there just to see insulation, so. Okay, we're gonna make our way back now. And next time we pick up the video, we'll show you where the bridge was and those two little ponds or little miniature lakes or whatever they were. And that'll be it. So, I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the look at this abandoned kids camp. I want to thank Mike for finding this on Google Maps. It happened to be better than expected. When he looked it up, there was only, I think, what, 3 or 4 buildings?
You're going to see 3 buildings and another like an outbuilding.
Yeah, only a handful of buildings, but we discovered 6 houses, the in-ground pool, the pool houses, and some of the other little shacks. And it was quite impressive. Even though the houses were empty, the houses themselves, most of them are beautiful with the big A-frame ceilings in there, the woodwork, the large windows, and it would have been nice if stuff was left behind, but doesn't always work out that way. But at least this was an isolated location. We're separated by a stream and a highway, so there's no way to drive up here physically. And to get here walking, you either have to come off the highway or walk through the water. So at least it worked out in that aspect where we didn't have to worry about getting encountered by anyone. It was neat seeing the playground equipment, and he had an awesome find with those camp schedules, the calendars and stuff like that. So again, if I did find the camp name or the dates that this operated, I will already have addressed it in the video. If you have any information you'd like to share based on what you've seen here, leave it down below, but we'll turn to Mike and he'll tell you what he thinks.
That's pretty cool. Not bad find for Google, like using Google Maps. You never know what you're going to find, and getting used to finding stuff, it's getting a little easier. But like I said, I only saw 3, but in the woods there's actually more. There's about six houses, but not bad. I like that. There was nothing in the houses, but still, it was a nice find.
And you took pictures for your channel. You want to tell them about?
Yep, I took a bunch of pictures as well. You can see my picture slideshow at Good Day for DK.
Yeah, I'll put a link down below. Check out his channel, subscribe to it. He gives another point of view, another aspect to these locations, and from his eyes compared to mine. Lastly, I just ask if you enjoyed this adventure, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe and ring that notification bell. And you can also check out my playlist for the different variety of content that I put up on a regular basis. So until next time, thanks for watching, and like always, we'll see you in the next video.